Kamani, I didn't know it was just going to be you, but I guess those other guys have decisions to make. Just how do you feel about being the lone senior, being honored on senior day?
Yeah, it's a crazy feeling. I mean, I know I said I was old, but it's definitely setting in right now. So, I mean, being a senior, the 2.5 years I spent here, it's been a great run. Had some great moments here and built some relationships that I look at as family members here. So, um, Saturday is gonna be really, really fun. Just tying it all in the one night, and I can't wait for it.
And then I don't think you played in the game at Lexington. I know there have been games, sometimes guys don't play, sometimes you play real big roles like you did against San Diego State. But
Yeah.
what do you remember about the way you guys, kept Sheboy under control and without giving away secrets? Kind of
Yeah.
what's the plan for Saturday, or do you think it's realistic to duplicate? I think you guys held him to 7 points and 7 boards, but about well under his averages.
Yeah, I mean, there was not really no secrets. It's just the twins. I mean, they did a great job on them. They're big, physical. So I think they just match up really, really well with them. So I have confidence that they're going to duplicate it Saturday.
And then I know that was a rough road trip to Knoxville. Kind of what's the team's mindset? How do you feel like you guys will bounce back? Obviously, Kentucky's really good too.
Yeah, I mean, with one of those games, you just got to forget about it. So it's in the past. We're not going to harper on it. It's kind of, it's done with. It's been addressed. It's done with, and we move on.
Yeah, I might have a couple more for old time's sake, but I'll turn it back.
For sure.
Touch.
Yeah, Kamani, I guess you missed a couple of games with a toe injury or something. Could you fill us in on how that happened? And I guess, are you back to, I mean, you played the other night, so I guess you're back to full strength.
Yeah, I fractured a little part of my foot versus South Carolina, but I kind of, me, I'm gonna play through it. So I'm out there.
Scotty?
Yeah, Kamani, after a couple of tough losses in a row, has there been anyone who's maybe been vocal for you guys lately, or maybe taken a leadership stance? Has that maybe been you, or has anybody spoken up?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's everybody. I mean, I don't think, nobody in this locker room wants to lose. So everybody's kind of been vocal, talking to each other. The staff has been really vocal about it. I mean, I promise you, our film session was very long yesterday. As a team, we took accountability for it. And, it's March now, so you can't really harper on things like that. It's kind of, we got to win and move on.
About how long was that film session? Was it going over Tennessee, or was it kind of getting ready again for Kentucky?
It was Tennessee, but also getting ready for Kentucky. But it was long, like really, 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 really long.
Last thing, I guess, what gives you confidence that this team can take care of business Saturday and then become a tough out in the postseason?
I mean, this team has proved to play its best basketball when it's big stages and stuff like that. I mean, I think the way we performed in Maui was pretty good. Games like Oklahoma really, when I look at it overall, the season and the body of work, I think this team kind of performs really well on big stages. I mean, we had Bama both times and just kind of let them drop, but I think we should have won both of those games. But in March, March is neutral site, big stage, and with the guys on our team individually, I know how they are, and I think we'll play our best basketball in March.
Curtis?
You've kind of been touching on the March theme here, and obviously you've been a part of a couple of nice runs with the program during this month. Just curious to you, like what is different about this month? What changes, and then what do you think this group needs to do to kind of have a chance at some similar success?
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna like this at all, what I'm about to say, but March is kind of like nut dropping time. You know what I mean? This is where the men come to play basketball. AB is crazy. Where the men come to play basketball, and that's kind of all what it's about. So I think, you kind of get battle tested in March. That's like, why upsets happen. Like nobody really cares about what you did all year. It's kind of, you roll the basketball out there and you see who's the best team. So I think that's kind of why we've had success in March, because we ended up figuring out a way to win. I mean, I know we have one of the best staffs in the nation, if not the best staff in the nation, for things like March. So down here, I mean, we've been having success. So, we're gonna roll the dice and see how it goes.
Bob, for old time's sake, one more.
It
Okay.
better be a good one, Bob. Don't give me nothing crazy. What's up?
Well, I don't know if Anthony's sitting right there next to you, but just wondering what you thought of Anthony's freshman year. I know the last two games have been a little uncharacteristic with the turnovers, but looking at his season as a whole, all the stuff he does for y'all, what have you thought about his season?
Man, he's been amazing this season. I mean, even with stuff like Maui and how he played in Maui and how he's we've had injuries this year and just how he's handled that and stepped up to the plate. When a kid's that young, you kind of worry, you know what I mean? But with him, I think he's answered all the questions, all the big tests that he's been, all the challenges thrown at him. He's stepped up to the plate and knocked it out of the park. So he has games where he struggles, but he's super on himself about that. And I think that's the biggest thing with me, how a player takes it, the lows, and whenever he struggles, he holds himself to the highest standard. Like I have to kind of tell him, like, dude, you can't have a good game every game. You know what I mean? But he don't be trying to hear that. So whatever team gets Anthony Black is getting a dog for sure. That's my guy right there.
He fills up the box score in so many stats. Is there
Man,
one aspect
so
of his
versatile.
game that is there some aspect of his game that stands out more to you?
Yeah, I mean, he's such like a playmaker. But I think like, in college, the floor is in his space, but I told him like in the NBA, man, like you're going to turn into a scorer because I don't think it's been highlighted how good of a scorer he is.
Okay. Thanks, man. Good luck. Have fun on Saturday.
I appreciate y'all.